A big hello once again to everyone watching. Welcome back to OpenTTD. Welcome down to Brighton, where we're over here with Crimea Rover, where legally I can't call them Arriva, but we still have the branded trademark terrible service with our little Brighton and Hove competitor. Well, I say that this is more like well, what era are we in? We're in the 50s. I was going to say like Kentish Bus and what was it? Southdown, I think, used to run down to Brighton, but nope. We're just here in the 50s with our bread vans. I mean, to be fair, they look more like prisoner vans, but that's beside the point. With our little town local service from Brighton Central, which is out in the sticks. I think that's just lying. It's a bit like you know, calling Greenland to try and get people to go there on holiday. It's a bit misleading. But then again, well, I was going to say sort of like Victorian era shenanigans, but we're not in the Victorian era. The sort of thing where, especially when they were constructing the underground, that's the sort of thing they would have done. Put a station sort of near to like a major town, like let's say Kensington in London, and then call the station like High Street Kensington, even though it's nowhere near the High Street, nowhere near the main street. But you know what? We can just pass it off. Those are tiny little details. Hello, Crazy. Would like to apologise about the lack of streams, but still getting once a week, so can't complain. That is my minimum level of service. The aim for today's episode is hopefully to finish the southeastern main line, the Chatham, Dover, and what was the other one? Gillingham, I think, railway, into London Bridge. But then we have the massive hurdle of actually having central London in the way. Also, there's a bank there. I'm sure the Bank of England's not going to mind having a railway underneath their vaults. It's running straight through it. But how are things with you, Crazy? Good to see you again. Also, another thing, probably finish off the Thameslink main line. Get it to cut through probably central London. Tunnel underneath for now, and then come up to St Albans and finish it up to Bedford. Although, to be fair, I could always just make it be two separate railways for now. We do have 137 grand, so we're not doing too bad. I think it's mostly because of our buses. Our trains aren't doing the best, I don't feel like. Actually, you know what? Operating profit graph. Ignore the fact it's not smooth at all. So we're not doing too bad. We sort of do just have like a dormant railway, not really doing anything here, to be fair. Chatham and Gillingham. That's close enough to serve both, I guess. Yeah, so the main goal is mostly just to try and get into London Bridge, but I feel like that's sort of unlikely, so I might create a little station out here in where would this be? Bexley Heath? Thamesmead? Abbey Wood. You know what? I'm going to name this make this be Abbey Wood and then build our own crossrail in about, what is it, 100, 150, 170, wait, sorry, 170, no, sorry, 70 years time. We'll just go with the thought process of, at some point in the future, we're going to build Crossrail. Don't know when. Don't know how. Not going to be able to finance it. Still complaining about flat land, which confuses me a bit. There we go, London Woods. No, close enough. Going to rename this to Abbey Woods. Who is Abby and why does she have a woods? These are questions not even scientists can answer. Abbey Woods. No, not plural, there's not two. Abbey Woods. Also, I don't think it's two words. Oops. Don't want to add a bunch of zeros. There we go. Abbey Woods. Connect up the railway here for now. That shall do. Gonna have to disconnect it over here. This bit of railway will exist, but we'll just say it's disused. There's a connection here for whatever reason. If a train accidentally came down these set of points, it would go straight into the River Thames. Good old placement of London Bridge at this current side of London is weird. Probably in 2157 Phase 1 will open. You know what? Don't even put me to it, because it's probably not even going to be in the 2100s. We're probably going to be in the year 3000 before I actually get Crossrail up and running. But yeah, no, honestly, to be fair, I didn't really want to get London Bridge there, because that's, again, it's in the north of London. London Bridge isn't there in real life. London Bridge is actually more here, I'd say, but because because London is so small, it's OpenTTD, it's a simulator, I've just decided, you know what, I'll plonk it here, sort of in north of Waterloo area, actually, I'd say, maybe Euston. Although then again, this is quite close to the edge of London, so maybe this would be more like Heathrow would be probably here. Hounslow? I'd say that this is more Hounslow, if we're going to be geographically accurate. Geographically accurate, even. Maidstone Woods. Not going to call it that. Is there a slope here? There is a slope here. Gonna flatten this out. There's no reason for there to be a hill. Keep it nice and level up until here, where it does like a speed bump. Get that going. Yeah, and unfortunately that means we can't use the depot I have here. This isn't the most efficient depot setup in the world, but we ignore that. I shall build quite a large, actually, stablings over here. Make sure no trains go over there, get themselves stuck, because that will be a bit annoying. There we go. Okay, ideally, don't want you to start sloping down just yet. There we go. Get ourselves depot sidings. These will also be signalled up. Don't want to create a massive collision, not just yet. And I'm going to clone this, but I don't want to copy the... Actually, I'm not 100% certain if this is going to change the orders on all of them. So what I'm going to do instead is just get a new train. The A4 steam train. Be a nice high-speed Kent service. Not HS1. That doesn't exist yet. It's not even in the planning stages. 4 carriages should be enough. What's that? It's about 120 people. 160 if I could do the maths. There's a missing track piece into London Bridge. Connect East Croydon with London Bridge. We don't need those people in London. They can live somewhere else, like Isle of Wight. No, you know what? No, the Isle of Wight is too nice. Where they're going to go instead is the Isle of Sheppey. They're going to go off to Sheerness. Which is actually a shame. There's not... We don't have Sheerness up here. You know what? I might actually change the settings so I can found a town and place one here, just so I can get like the little Swale shuttle going up to Sheerness. That will be actually quite fun, I feel. Do we have Eastbourne? We do have Eastbourne. There's Hastings, so we can do the Marsh link down to Ashford. Anyway, getting sidetracked. So we have this over here. This, for some reason, has still copied over the orders. Not really what I wanted, to be honest. There we go. Get it doing that. Get it going down to Abbey Wood. The very first train serving the Southeastern Main Line in 100 years. But yeah, no, so your suggestion of doing that is like what I want to do, but the problem is, if I try to demolish a bit of London, this is what pops up. Might be a bit compressed because of the stream, but it says, London local authority refuses to allow this, and it's like, no, I am TFL. I'm allowed to demolish your house and evict you out of central London, especially in the 50s. No one cares. No one, you know, worthwhile lives in central London at this point. There we go. Down at Abbey Woods. It's already 10 people waiting. Would it be worthwhile creating a bus link between Abbey Wood and East Croydon? That doesn't exist in real life. So it might be worthwhile creating, like, you know, I'm going to do a pretend little network. So this is going to be Abbey Woods. Send the bus up to, oh, I was going to say Greenwich, but there isn't really like a direct route I could take it, unless I take it to Bexley Heath, and then from here, from Bexley Heath, take it down to Bromley, and then from Bromley to East Croydon. You know what? Sod it. It's just going to be like super loop. Oh, and London local authority refuses to allow me to build any more buses. I think they've actually fully had enough of me. Don't blame them, but then again, I'm trying to be a local transport provider, so I don't know what they was expecting. Nah, man, we'll make them live on the island of Papua Westray. Oh yeah, send them off to Papua New Guinea. Actually, no, you know what? It's the 50s. You can still call Australia a colony, right? Send them off to Australia. Okay, so from here, autofill the timetable, and then we'll get some more steam trains down the Medway to Maidstone Woods. I'm also just going to turn off breakdowns because they are somewhat annoying. No breakdowns. There's no real point to them. It doesn't add anything. It just means the trains get stopped on the tracks for a bit. Not really doing anything. Also, by God, there's 500 people waiting in Maidstone. That is probably the most Arriva's ever, like, most amount of passengers Arriva's ever carried. They don't even carry that many people in a goddamn year down in Maidstone. How useless their operations are. Where is... Oh, there's the depot. Clone vehicles. Get a new fleet of buses going. Large fleet of buses as well. Get in another... What is this? 15? That should be more than enough to carry 500 people, right? Thanks. Oh, they can go Nauru. Yeah, sure. I feel like maybe it's a bit too nice to them. Give it 10 more years, we'll probably send them off up to the moon to live there instead. There we go. It's like ants. The amount of buses that I've bought down here. Look at this. Fantastic. So it does make this bus link down to Chatham a bit useless from Maidstone, because now you have the train as well, which is really busy. Gillingham Central as well. I might add in a bus stop over here, just by the railway station. Ideally, it would be nice if they didn't drive into the steam trains. Get a nice little bus station going. And then probably another bus route that just connects up from Gillingham Central. Not copying all these orders, ideally. Want it to do its own thing. There you go. Non-stop, non-stop, and then from over here, I want you to transfer everything. Get a couple... I'm broke. Never mind, don't get a couple more. We can just kick out the UK government. We can just kick the UK government out of the UK. You know what? I'd much rather do that, to be honest. Whilst we're at it, get rid of the Mayor of London as well. Boot him out. Then I'll have free reign of the city. I can build whatever I want. There's also 500 people waiting for the bus link down to Brighton. It's busy. Very busy. But then also, please take the train. This is a plea for help. What I shall do instead is get a new depot, get a couple of buses, or by couple I mean 2, from Kingston, and then transfer it down to East Croydon. Which is basically we're recreating the X26. There we go. So now we're transferring them here, so that they take the train down, to go down to Brighton instead of taking the damn bus. Because that sounds like the most uncomfortable journey known to man. I mean, then again, I say that. I have done that, but not all the way from East Croydon. I have done it from Red Hill. Taking the bus all the way down to Brighton, which is not too bad, I guess. Might be asking to yourself, why stop at Red Hill? Why didn't you continue on up to East Croydon? There's a direct bus link between Red Hill and Croydon, and that's because, you know what, I don't hate myself that much. By the time I got to and from Red Hill, I was like, you know what, that's enough torture for one day, I'll take the train back. Make it get rid of the entire UK, give it to Ireland or so, make it sick. You know, honestly, just send a nuke to the UK, just get rid of it. Honestly, would anyone in the world even notice if the UK just sank? I don't think so. Also, just a small little note, the previous stream actually did end up crashing. Which is really unfortunate. I did end up finishing the guided busway in City Skylines in Laybrook, which was pretty good. Pretty good going. Can I afford? I can afford a second train. Does this have all the orders and all the timetables? It does have all the orders and timetables. Get it going. Oh. Ideally, not. There we go. Not just following the train directly in front. You know what? Good enough. Goes over here at Abbey Woods. Good enough for now. And then... Sorry. What was that? Is a blitz happening in 1956? I heard a plane and then an explosion. After that, we can do, what's it called? C2C, down from Southend. I was going to say Shoebury-Ness, but it's just a lake, which is unfortunate. Could also do... Where is Shenfield? There is no Shenfield. Unfortunate. Would be nice to have Shenfield there, cut through central London. I'd probably rename this to Farringdon, actually, now that I think about it. And then go through Slough, Maidenhead, and then to Reading. Or Reading, which is the incorrect way to pronounce it if you want to be shanked. Go in there. Maybe the 4 people that live on the Shetland Islands will stay alive. They're all going to stay alive because people keep forgetting that the Shetland Islands actually exist. So in that entire plan, they're going to be like, okay, let's nuke the UK. We got rid of the UK. 4 people on the Shetland Islands like, huh. Is there a thunderstorm happening outside? Anyway, continuing on with my day. Can also build tramways. Well, apparently haven't discovered tramways yet. Oh, actually no, in saying that, it's the 50s. This is when everywhere in the UK got rid of their trams in favour of buses. Does London like me? Local authority, poor. Take that as a no then. Whilst here, could also, I guess, start on the, what's this called? It's not the Bedford main line, it's the Midland main line, that's it. Bedford, stopping at Luton. Oh, would you look at this? I get a DMU. Oh, it's gone. That's unfortunate, but that looked like a pacer. Didn't say it was a pacer, but in my head I'll pretend like it is a pacer. It's actually not vaguely the right year for it or generation, but you know what? Beggars can't be choosers. Small little station for Bedford. Why is this house on like a pedestal? What's happened here? Get off your height. Oh, there's a factory across the river. That's going to make it really hard to actually bridge. I didn't really think this through. The station is now like elevated and there's a factory, which is a brewery plant. I didn't realise Bedford made their own beers. Probably tastes like the sewer, to be honest, or looking like a urinal. Nuking London is fine. Maybe the Midlands. I'm going to be entirely honest. The Midlands just don't exist. They're not a real place. No one in the UK thinks it's an actual serious place people live in. Oh, there we go. Get a nice steel bridge. And then realise that this is going to be the bottleneck for Bedford Station. Bedford Station, famous for having like the Forth Bridge. You know what? Would probably be ideal if I could put a signal there, just... Oh, but then can I put a signal here? Oh, I can, but then I can't put one here. It's really not going too well now, is it? Suppose that should be fine. Unless I make the station a bit shorter. There we go. And then get it back up to 2 tracks. That's going to be a horrendous bottleneck for this area. If someone says they are from the Midlands, then they're lying, but where are they from actually? Hell, that's where they're from. I think that's the closest equivalent if you're from the Midlands. Get rid of these roads so I can build a station. Again, I did think I had a UK station mod on, but apparently not. Which is a bit strange, but... Ah, well. Get a station in St. Albans. Rename this to St. Albans City, and then we can create the Abbey. What is it? The Abbey branch? The St. Albans Abbey to... Oh, I forgot where it goes now, honestly. But can create that as well afterwards. Get rid of these houses. Those little, well, shacks, to be honest. Looks like something from the medieval era. But then again, this is St. Albans. Oh, I was going to say Luton. If it was Luton, that would make more sense. But in Luton, oh no, they do still live in something that you look like that you would see from like the Edwardian era, not in brick and mortar houses. No? Okay. Get some tunnels, so you can tunnel underneath St. Albans City. Again, not super accurate, but can't really be super accurate in the entire route. It's close enough. That, no, needs to go a bit further. There we go. There we go, up to Luton, so St. Albans City. Then terminate at, well, sort of do need it to go into London Bridge, but it'll be really difficult to actually, well, just get there in general, to be honest. I could try, and this will be a really big push, getting rid of that statue over there. Actually, the game isn't sped up, so that no one builds there. Buy that instantly. Get rid of this to then buy this instantly and buy that instantly. And then I think I should be able to bridge. It's not bridge, tunnel, sorry. Get that going like that. Again, this will be super difficult to actually... Oh, fantastic. So yeah, can do sort of like the Thameslink core, but not really. Close enough, I suppose. Is that... Oh, that requires 60 grand per tunnel. Aha, right. Well, that's a bit out of my price range. Gonna play NIMBY Rails, but with buses. Oh, that sounds fun. That was actually the debate I was having, was whether or not to stream NIMBY Rails, but then I decided, you know what, we'll stick with 2D, what's it called? Transport Fever, that's it. Speaking of, actually, to be fair, with that series, I think I've sort of done everything possible down there, so I think maybe the next part of it, of the Transport Fever series, might be the finale, up until I do like another new map. Oh hell, Norway, good to know. Yes, yeah. My favourite thing is, I'm pretty certain they have a bus route that goes to hell that is like the 666. I don't know if that is in Norway, but I definitely know that there is a bus route with that number that exists that does say it goes to hell, so is that a coincidence? I don't know. But yeah. The thing is just I've never played NIMBY Rails, I don't actually know how to play it, so it would be a learning experience for me on stream, which would be pretty interesting to watch, I feel. Can I take out a loan? Oh, the bank favours me enough to give me a loan. That's kind of dumb of them. Not even I would trust myself to repay back a loan. Okay, this... Okay, we are making progress. Slowly but surely. Get this to go under. Then connect this up like this. Which is unfortunate for now. This building I need to demolish. Obviously London isn't going to allow me to do that. Local authority, mediocre. Let's try the tree trick on them. This always works. There we go, wasted 30 grand on that. What do you think about me now? Good. Fantastic. So that means I can demolish some more buildings, get away with it. There we go, so I can try level that. And for now, this isn't too bad. And actually, slowly but surely making our way towards actually completing that link up into London Bridge from Medway, which maybe eventually London is literally just doing this to annoy me. Absolute gits. You know what? There we go. That's where the crossing is going to be, because I literally cannot be bothered. There we go. Is that signalled all the way? Oh yeah, it's not even connected. That would help. Get this. See, now if it was on the same level, actually I say that, I think maybe it is on the same level. Oops. Yeah, I'm pretty certain that is on the same level. Oh, that's nice. There we go. Now we have the Midlands mainline up and running through Luton and St Albans City up to Bedford. I'll spare Luton not to have the misery of actually having the airport nearby just yet. There's a 666 bus route 60 miles away from me that goes 3 stops. Sounds like a TfL bus route and runs once a week on a Sunday. Even more like a TfL bus service. Oh no, as longer service, never mind. But every 34 minutes. Yeah, okay, every 34 minutes is like a TfL special. Like, you don't even need to say any more than just tell me its frequency and I'd be like, yeah, that's the type of stuff, type of crap that TfL would do, to be fair. Oh, what's this? There's road works, there's engineering works, there's, you know, some reason for the service to actually not run at its normal frequency. How about we just reduce it down instead to some odd non-clock face frequency? So you're never actually certain when the next bus is due. Instead of every half an hour, get it down to every 34 instead of 15, get it every 17. Ah, TfL, you make so much sense. So we have 9 grand, not quite enough to afford a train. This is also a nice central London terminus, which we have 2 other railways that I actually want to plug into. It'll be sort of sad actually losing this Abbey Wood link. However, the more important terminus is London Bridge, so suck it, I guess. No choice. I mean, it's in a town of, I don't know, 8k people. Yeah, you know what, to be fair, it's lucky it even gets a half an hour frequency. Because if that was in the UK, that literally wouldn't even have a bus service. It would have had a bus service from First about 8 years ago. And then First went, nope, unprofitable. We're no longer running to here. London, can I... Okay. And now, please stop trying to build a... road. There we go. Just to not drive me completely insane. Then get that. There we go. And then after that, where does this? Okay, so this comes out to here. So this is actually quite a good location to put the tunnels. Let's see if London will allow me also to demolish this. No, they want to keep this road that leads into the ocean. Don't know why, but hey ho. TfL, they don't make any sense. So this is our Midland mainline. Can we afford a train? We cannot, so we're going to take out a little loan. Do we have enough to afford a train? I think we just about have enough, and we're going to take out some DMUs. To be honest, 2-car DMUs up to Bedford sounds good. To be fair, Thameslink is very much a route of 2 halves. Brighton to London, extremely busy. Then through the core, pretty busy. You know, mostly get local trips, and then after St Pancras up to Bedford, Cambridge, and Peterborough. Really doesn't compare down to Brighton. Get that going. And that's our first DMU. Oh, it's the bubble car trains. I don't actually know what class they are. I forgot. But yeah, okay, it's slight overkill having like a train station with enough space for 8 carriages and then a tiny little 2-car DMU. But hey ho, we're future-proofing, which roughly translates into I've spent way too much money for a really terrible service. It might be worthwhile skipping St Albans City for now, but you know what? We're not going to run fast just yet, I guess. Get this auto fill in. Then probably get another DMU. How much are they? Oh, they're 20. Wait, hold on. They're 20 grand? That's basically nothing. Basically become included with a meal deal. With how cheap that is. Maybe it's not quite enough to actually put onto the Brighton mainline, but it's not speedy enough, but hey ho. How much is this making? This is making 13 grand this year, 12 grand last year. It's doing pretty well. The train in front of it is doing 20 grand, 21 grand. No bloody wonder you're only doing 12 grand, because you're literally following this guy's rear. You're scratching him. Stop it. I want an even service interval, please. Is that too much to ask? Maidstone still has 200 passengers waiting at for God knows what reason. It's been 2 years. You would have thought they would have left by now. There's another 200 at Maidstone Central. Maidstone Woods has, again, way too many people. How many people do these bubble cars actually hold? 76 passengers. I'm pretty certain that's more than these steam trains. How do I check that? No, it's not, because these can hold 100 and... what is it? 160. It says it somewhere. Ton... Well... Thanks for telling me what the weight of the train is. I don't know what use that is to me. 80 miles per hour. This only does 70, so 10 mile per hour difference. So not exactly, you know, in the age of motorways, and either way, this can rival a car that's doing the limit, which most don't, so it doesn't really matter. We can quickly replace... Oops, that's reversing it. How do I replace trains again? Go over up to here. These three are on the Brighton main line. They're not doing too great at the moment, so I might... it would be probably worthwhile creating a new group for the BML. So get... Oops, and DOS and Tree. These three go up to the Brighton main line, because that's where they are allocated to. This one over here is... These two are for BML2. Yeah, so these two are then for the SE network, Southeastern. Get these into there, and Midland Mainline is then this little bubble car down here. So, oops, put that into the wrong thing. I'd like to replace these vehicles. These can be replaced with the DMU. So the next time they go into the depot, they should go in and replace themselves. Might be actually worthwhile changing that, just so that replace these vehicles. I kind of want them to be like doubled up, so that we're not losing so much capacity. But it's whatever. But yeah, the next time they go in for servicing, send this in for servicing. What the... Oh, it's replaced all of the carriages. That's a bit overkill, but you know what? Out you pop. There we go. This is not exactly a high-speed main line, let's be entirely honest with ourselves. We're not doing HS1. There's plenty of tight corners and curves here. Oh, and London Bridge is really busy, as it would turn out. Who would have thunk that? So it should be actually a priority to eventually serve this local authority. So they don't mind us at the moment, which means I can actually start removing some roads, stuff like this down here. Get rid of that and get rid of this over here as well. Fantastic. Yep, so now I should be able to actually tunnel... There we go, and I also need to get rid of this building, which London will not allow me to do. But I do actually now have the link, the tunnel. Just a bit unfortunate, it sort of puts them out onto the River Thames. But that's fine. A bit of flooding never hurt nobody. Oh, never mind. As it will turn out, it does actually quite hurt if you flood railways. Oops, don't want to do... Can we get rid of the water, please? Oh, that's unfortunate. And I've gone bankrupt. Completely broke trying to solve this issue. I flooded my tunnels. I've done a, what is it, Kennington Loop in the 50s. Which, because there used to be, oh, what was it? Was it a second loop at, or was it Oval? No, it is Kennington, no, it's, oh, I forgot where it is, because there is a loop. I think Embankment is where it is. There's a loop on the Northern Line that used to be in service that got hit by a bomb during the Second World War and started leaking and basically flooded. They repaired it and then never used it ever again. And it still just sat there pretty much abandoned. If memory serves me right, it is... Can I? No, I can't. It is at Embankment, but I cannot for the life of me remember why they chose Embankment of all places. I'm just blowing away all the money. This is... Oh, at least I'm simulating the local authority pretty well. I'm also completely destroying London at the moment. But... there's not much being lost. Get rid of these. Maybe because Embankment is on the river. Yeah, I'm pretty certain it is Embankment, because I know the tunnel actually does. The tunnel I'm thinking of does connect up to the Northern Line. I don't know that for certain, and it's also underneath the River Thames. But for the life of me, I can't remember why they would have had a tunnel at Embankment, because that doesn't seem like a logical place to turn trains around yet. That's what I seem to remember, so I don't actually know. It's all a bit vague. If anyone has any information, that would be, you know, really, really helpful to me. I also might turn this into like a small little commuter shuttle. This station at Abbey Woods. Connect this up like this. There we go, so it's now connected up like that. Let's get this going like this. Don't need this piece of track. I mean, it's a bit inefficient doing it like that, but these are semantics. There we go. Actually, you know what, really, idealistically you'd just continue the railway straight on, wouldn't you? Am I really that broke? Oh, you know what, it's because there's a slope, that makes sense. Because the Northern Line used to terminate there. Oh, yeah, no, it did. Yes, you are right, yeah. So that's where the tunnel comes from, because it used to terminate. Yes, you are very much right. There you go, you've completely rejigged my memory. Everything you are saying is correct. London doesn't want me to expand to London Bridge. That's a bit annoying. How's Kingston doing? Kingston is just... It's just like Mumbai, filled with passengers. There's 1,883, 84 passengers now waiting for a bus service down to Brighton. You, again, would have thought they would have taken the train, but here we are. Yeah, so I feel like it would be more worthwhile actually creating, or just cloning these vehicles that are going to East Croydon. Get these going, so that now we can start having little like transfer service down to the railway station here at East Croydon. Get them down here, because each of these carriages can hold 40 people. And currently we're not... Oh, I was going to say we're not utilising it, but we bloody are utilising it. That's completely full. This train's just sitting here at Three Bridges, which is next to Crawley. Can't really decide if it wants to be Three Bridges or Crawley. We can add in a stop on our service, I suppose. I kind of just want to bypass the town, to be honest. Don't really want to serve it, because it was such a pain in the neck last episode. But you know what? Might as well. There you go, Crawley Central. Then have bus station by Three Bridges. Which does exist in real life. Except it's not really a bus station, I suppose. It's more just bus stops. But hey ho, bus stops, bus station, what's the real difference? Well, the Euston and Hampstead Railway. Yeah. I'm sort of sort of confused as to why it, well, I know the reason as to why it became the Northern Line, but I'm sort of confused as to how that name sort of became, well, into the mainstream. Because I feel like the Northern Heights plan was probably something more, not secretive, but not something publicly known. Unless the publicity of it was really that strong, they decided, you know what, we might as well rename the entire line to the Northern Line because of this. But then, like, Northern Heights plan really wasn't anything, like... It wasn't really anything great, was it? Let's be honest. It wasn't expanded to anywhere major, other than connecting back up to, from High Barnet back to Edgware. But, yeah, it's a bit... I don't really know why it got renamed, but then again, I guess also, like, the Hampstead line... Well, it's no better than the Hammersmith and City line, I guess. The Hampstead and City line, H&C. I suppose I could see how that would get confusing with the other H&C. There we go, Crawley Central, filling up with peeps. Transferring it down to Three Bridges to get them up to East Croydon or Brighton. Which, realistically, this should be Preston Park, because Brighton Station's a bit down here, but then again, you know what, semantics, can't be bothered. Actually, no, if anything, this should be probably Falmer, because this is right on the outskirts. St Albans City, Luton is not doing too bad, 20 passengers. Bedford, which I'm going to rename just to Bedford, because I hate the name Bedford Woods. Just Bedford. They don't actually like Arriva up in Bedford, but shock horror. Who does actually like Arriva? Oh, they actually love us now, London. That's great. That means we can slowly... Oh, that... Wait, hold on, what? This has just been demolished. They've just removed it for us. That's how much they love us. I'll take that, honestly. It would be worthwhile... See, I don't want to remove the entirety of the Thames, but I kind of have to. It sort of is just in the way. Then get this tunnel built. Oh, okay, this building is sort of in the way. So, yeah, I'm gonna have to demolish this high-rise. Hope it doesn't build anything over there. Get that. Okay, I see. That's why the game's complaining, is because of this over here. Oh, London, please don't. There we go. Okay, so now I should be able to tunnel straight from here to here. Fantastic. That's now fully connected up. This railway is now connected up. It completely destroyed the Thames. Being known as the person to destroy the Thames isn't really a great look. Might be worthwhile just going the full hog and just removing the Thames here as well, but I kind of don't want to do that. I want to completely vaporize it out of existence, if I can help it. I'm not that much of a capitalist where I must remove all types of nature. Get that over there, get this over here. Get this all signalled up. There we go. This is now fully signalled up. So now I can come down to... Oh, this hasn't gone to the depot. I'm going to turn this around so it can go to the depot. So it can replace itself. It hasn't replaced itself. Why isn't it replacing itself? Hold on a moment. Down at SE, I would like to replace this with this. Oh, is it because I don't have enough money? That's why. Get rid of a couple of carriages. No, just get rid of the entire train. And these. Get a brand new DMU. This has everything, but I would want to change the first station so that it goes not from Abbey Wood, but to London Bridge. Go from Chatham Gillingham to London Bridge. There we go. Timetable, autofill. And then I sort of need to double this up because it's probably going to be really busy. Triple it up even, so it's a 6-carriage train. There we go, fantastic. Which doesn't have any orders. That's a bit annoying. Copy. Okay, and then change Abbey Wood again for London Bridge. There we go. So this is going to be the first train on the southeastern network to actually run into London Bridge. I don't know why this has been stopped. This will be one of the last services to go into Abbey Wood. Then after that, probably just having a little 2-car shuttle service, which I can't afford. No one needs the Thames. The River Lee is good enough for London. Yeah, who needed the Thames anyway? Never mind the fact it continues on all the way up to Oxford's. Might as well just completely just block it off. Up by the Thames estuary, you know? By Southend, just build a massive wall here, honestly. Then again, actually, I say that there is the Thames barrier over here in Woolwich, so I guess I could pretend like the railway is the Thames barrier. Swings and roundabouts. Yeah, the River Lee is a good enough substitute. Doesn't quite have the same significance. I feel, but again, semantics. How is the Midland mainline doing? I think it's doing pretty well. This new connection up to London Bridge, I think, is also doing favourably. There you go, adding up to new connection possibilities. That train was also inside the building. They get like a dedicated station for themselves, I guess, a platform. How many people? Ooh, nearly fully loaded from London Bridge. Don't know why this track is here. Gonna change that because I don't want it to do that. There we go. So if you're gonna come in from Abbey Wood, actually, to be fair, there we go. Connect that up properly. Oh, I just realised you can only... Okay, there we go. Fix that problem. What I realised was you can only go into London Bridge from this platform at Abbey Wood. But I've solved that issue. Do we have 20? We do have 20 grand. Gonna get a new vehicle, a new bubble car from Abbey Wood, going up to London Bridge. This will be a little commuter service. I can autofill timetable it. It's not really that important, to be honest. There we go. So that now I can withdraw the Abbey Wood service. This is the London Bridge service. Where is the Abbey Wood service? Remove Abbey Wood, so it goes to Chattanooga and Gillingham, and then goes to London Bridge. So if you want to go to Medway from Abbey Wood, tough. You're going to have to take the long route into London to then come back out. And then eventually, you know what, we can do the entire, what is it, the Cannon Street Loop, which is London Bridge, all the way around, like, Belvedere, Woolwich, them lot, to then come down through Westcombe Park and Crayford, Dartford to go around, all the way back around. As a nice little loop. This is going to be a massive bottleneck, to be honest. So yeah, probably it's just worthwhile if I remove the entirety of the Thames whilst I'm here. Oh, is it too expensive? Oh, there is a bridge here. That is very true. Might as well just remove that, to be honest. The land here is already flat. It requires 26 grand. Oof. You know what? I suppose that works. Oh, I can't build a bridge underneath a bridge. Nope. Game isn't allowing it. So, just like real life, this part of London isn't going to get a decent connection to the north side of the Thames. There we go. And this is nicely sorted. Oh, that's gone the wrong direction. That's, yeah. I was going to say, that's going to traffic lodge everything. Don't be doing that. What's this? One-way signal. There we go. Stop them from doing that. In fact, I don't even know why there's this... Why there's rails to even allow that there in the first place. Oh, there's 200 people at Abbey Wood, so they do actually want this connection to London. Is it worthwhile adding some more trains, or just expanding, lengthening the service? What are we feeling? I am feeling like... You know what? I'm going to be generous and I'm going to do both. Lengthen the service, as well as add more trains in. because that's clearly needed. New vehicles. Get one more, get that in, and then clone this. There we go. One's at Abbey Woods. Oh, this has gotten stuck somehow. Oh, no, it hasn't. Oh, you know what? It would be ideal if there wasn't signals here, actually. Yeah. Would be better if there were signals here, there. Just to save all this. It's a bit of a shame I can't really put a signal here. But that's fine, I suppose. It's not too bad. It is what it is. There's still 1,000 people waiting at London Bridge. There's now not as many people waiting at Abbey Woods. So maybe that was overkill. That was definitely... Oh, actually, maybe not, because that was 21% filled. It's not exactly, like, great, but it's not bad either, I suppose. And then we have from Gillingham, from Chatham and Gillingham. Eldon, what do you mean? Gillingham and... Oh, Gillingham Central. Oh, yeah, I forgot I did, like, a massive transfer service. Chatham. Is there plenty of people waiting at Maidstone? There's not... Quite a lot. Not too many people waiting at Maidstone Central as well. I'm going to do this as Maidstone West. No, sorry, Maidstone East. I forgot my compass directions. Maidstone East. Extend the bus route if possible now to the... Don't give them a connection. What, to the north side of the river? Or to Abbey Wood? You know, I could always do the 108 from Lewisham up to Stratford. You know, I'm going to do that, sod it. It's not connected to the rest of the network in any way, shape or form, but you know what? London Heights. Yeah, no, you're in a valley. Talk about being misleading. London Holt. Can't have junctions. What do you mean? Then London Exchange, apparently. You know what? No, we're not going to take it through there, because then that is actually probably London Bridge. It's going to go... I kind of want to change one of these into a tunnel, but that's going to be really difficult to squeeze in here. I mean... Yeah, no, it'll be really hard to do that because of the train tunnel I have here. Then the bus route, if possible, to Abbey Woods. You know what? Yeah, you know, I'll actually do that. From Abbey Woods, I will probably extend it down to Lewisham and then to Stratford or North Woolwich. Choices, actually. Or should I just extend it down to Grays from Abbey Woods? No, I'm going to extend it from Grays. It's all make-believe. Oh, that's not ideal. You know, to be honest, at that rate, I might as well just demolish this. And take it from here. Can't... What do you mean it's not on the same height? What are you talking about? What? What on... I am so confused. Is that going up by 2? Ugh, okay, so gonna have to... That's the wrong direction. There we go, and I'm completely blocking up the Thames now. Hey ho, I started it, I might as well finish it off, I guess. Again then, it's still not at the same height. What I don't understand. I am confused. Okay, can I just build a road bridge like this? That is really extravagant. Also, there's a depot there. I kind of forgot about that. Demolish that. Build this like this. Again, complaining about it not being at the same height. Spend 5 grand on a fancy golden bridge. Ignore the fact we've completely demolished the Thames, pretty much. For this bridge. In fact, it would probably be more worthwhile trying to expand it down to here. that from here. Sort of is up to here. There we go. Nice fancy bridge. Rebuild the Thames. This area is a bit of a shack, but you know, don't want to make it a massive dump. Connect this up. I'm broke. What's been keeping down the video? Finish OpenTTD about 2 to 3 days. What do you mean what's been keeping down? I do not understand what you're saying. But it is nice of you to... Or nice to hear that you've managed to complete OpenTTD in a couple of days. Oh, Gillingham Grays actually refuses to allow that, so they're not going to allow me to build a bus stop. Alright, you know what? We'll do the nice tree trick. Do you love me yet? Can I build? I cannot. Oh, all that money wasted for no reason. I'll go back to my 108 route. Over there. And then there's just here's a bus stop just called London. That's the most descriptive name possible. Get one of these over here, and that's probably close enough, actually, to Stratford, I'd say. This is just going to be a route just to copy TFL, pretty much. There's a depot over here, which I shall use instead. Use the new Leopard bus? No, I'll just use the Regal bus, I guess. It's a bit of a dead run from Kingston up to Lewisham, but hey-ho. And don't even mention the dead run from Stratford to Kingston. Get this going. Rename this from London Heights to... Oops. London Heights to Lewisham. Lewisham, then Blackheath. Blackheath. London Exchange becomes North Greenwich. Then London becomes Blackwall. Actually, Bromley by Bow. Bromley by Bow, and then that becomes Stratford, London East, which, you know what, the game has actually been accurate on. I have about £50,000. What I mean, why have there been fewer vids? It's just been busy with life, that's all. That is why there have been fewer vids. Apologise about that, but at least I'm keeping up with the weekly streams. First bus arrives at Lewisham. Citizens celebrate. Well, the citizens live in there do celebrate, but the people now connected to Lewisham are in misery because they have a link to Lewisham. Next up, whilst we're here, might as well also connect up Lewisham to East Croydon in the form of the 75. Transfer that over there. Get a couple of these going. Timetable, autofill. Oops, that's not what I wanted to do, but you know what? I'll keep that as well. Autofill, and then autofill, and then autofill. There we go. Send all those out. Going from East Croydon to Lewisham. Lewisham, there's a lot of people. In Blackheath, there's a lot of people. Also in Greenwich, there's a lot of people. In Bromley by Bow, in Stratford. As it turns out, the 108 is incredibly busy. But then again, didn't need to be a genius to work that one out. Let's clone this vehicle. Gonna have to clone it a couple of times, I feel. There we go, get an entire like shuttle service going, a PVR of 15. Look at the sea of blue. Arriva is slowly taking over the depths of London. I've also got more trains than buses. Hey, that's nice to hear. Slowly been building up a network around London. So we have the Midland Main Line, we have the Brighton Main Line, and we have the South Eastern Main Line. Next up, I feel like, is connecting up East Croydon to London Bridge, and then can run a through service from London Bridge up to Bedford. That does require reversing at London Bridge, though, so it's not the most efficient. But, you know what, it's better than nothing, I suppose. But yeah, okay, this is classic case of bus congestion. Look at this. Bloody heck. can't do a tramway, it'll be worthwhile actually connecting this up as a tramway instead, to be honest. Look at this, we're making 43 quid each time. Chomp change. Make the overground. Oh, don't worry, the overground is coming. But actually, what I'll do is I probably will just, for the overground, connect up all the stations I build. So I feel like I'll probably do a Kingston as well. Oh no, Heathrow. You know, I'll do out Heathrow, connect that up to London Bridge, then up to Abbey Wood, then to East Croydon, and then that will just become the overground. Because I don't think there's enough space to actually fully connect up everything and like build new dedicated stations. But also, bloody hell, 2,000 people. North Greenwich has 900. That's really inaccurate. It's probably by Bow and Stratford. Just Lewisham that seems to be really busy, which is interesting. It might be this connection up to what's it called? East Croydon. That's actually really, really useful. There we go. Get a couple more of these going. So now there is really like just an army of buses going from Lewisham down to East Croydon. What I will also do is actually probably turn this into a bus station. So this is at Lewisham. It'll be probably worthwhile actually trying to demolish these two buildings and then turn them into... that then as well. Now what? There we go. Get that connected up. Remove this stop over here, so that now this can be connected on through. And there's a sea of buses preventing me from doing this. There we go. So now this is Lewisham bus station with the most indirect route known to man to go to East Croydon. Would make more sense if it came through here, but hey ho. Might be worthwhile just connecting these up, I guess. I mean, I don't know why it goes up to then go down again. That's really horribly inefficient. Then also connecting these two up here like this. There we go. So now there is a faster way to get down to Croydon. Get rid of this. This isn't exactly needed. There we go. Then next up, how does London feel about us? Let's see. Outstanding, they love us. Fantastic. That means we have free reign to do whatever the hell we like. So last thing to do for this episode would probably... do I play with mods? I do play with mods, yes. Lewisham, get a station in there. How is CO2 formed? Might as well have Lewisham to East Croydon shuttle. Oh, that's the case, I think. Yeah, actually, you do make a good point. We're worthwhile having a station for Lewisham. Actually, I say that, but there's no one waiting at Lewisham anymore. Although, to be fair, that doesn't exist in real life, but that doesn't really stop... doesn't stop me from creating it in-game. Lewisham... Actually, it would be worthwhile having East Croydon, Lewisham, then Abbey Wood, up to London Bridge, then, like, Heathrow. The only issue I have with this game is the fact you can't really do, like, diagonal stations. Like, this would be a perfect spot to have a diagonal station, but... ah, well. So I'm going to cheat slightly. So I'm going to create a station out here, which will be connected to the main Lewisham station. Over there. But in reality, it's miles away. I mean, I am sort of... this isn't, like, ideal. More than anything. But, again, don't have much of a choice. London Annex. That's not what I wanted to do. Oops. Get rid of this. What I wanted to do was do that, and then connect this up to Lewisham. So then this is Lewisham Station. Over here. Connect that up to East Croydon, which can then be connected up to Abbey Woods somehow. This is how CO2 is formed. Oh, you're talking about my sea of buses. I don't know what you're talking about. It's the 70s. We don't know what CO2 means. It might also be worthwhile actually probably selling some of the vehicles I have now, because I probably have a bit too many. So probably just get this back into the depot, get this back into the depot, this into the depot, this into the depot, especially considering that now we're going to run a direct rail link between these two places, so get all those back into the depot. There's now 3,000 people waiting at East Croydon. Things you do like to see. What that does mean is then replace these vehicles with, you know what, we're just going to go with the diesel DMUs, even though the Brighton main line actually was electrified during this time, and ideally we should have, oh, we do have electric railways. Oh, the Brighton main line is going to be one of the first to be actually electrified all the way down. And now what I would love to do is, where is, there it is, go to Brighton mainline tab and actually replace all the vehicles. This is going to be, oh, we get 100 mph electric vehicles. This is very expensive, but sort of have the money to play with, I guess. So it ain't too bad. Heading down to Brighton with quite a lot of people. Oh, is Brighton busy? Brighton's pretty busy as well, to be fair. Next up, it would probably be worthwhile creating like a bus link from Brighton to Eastbourne to Worthing, down to Portsmouth, do the East Coast routes. But that being said, I feel like it would be beneficial to try create a connection between London Bridge. Keep this nice and level. What I would like to do is, that seems to not, I don't know what's happening here. Yeah, I kind of need this to be, okay. That isn't, oh, that's two separate levels, oh. Yikes. Right, so this is a slope up, which I kind of don't want. So what this would require is then going up to here, removing this, removing these stations, these tracks even, not stations. Get that there, get that bookmarked for future, get this further down into the trenches. This would require is then probably demolishing these buildings. And I think that should be fine. Now, am I able to... Okay, so that connects up to there. That's not exactly ideal. So I sort of want it to connect up to these 2 points, which is over here. I would need to sort of bring these back. Okay, so this is a long process. Demolish these two, get rid of that, and then get rid of this bridge over here because I don't need this anymore. Demolish this for now. Get this down here. And then quickly buy up the land so that people don't build on it. Get those tunnels in. Spent 12 grand on the tunnels. Bit cheap, I would have thought. Especially compared to the diesel ones, which were bloody 60 grand. TfL can't afford drivers. Oh, they're all being pushed by Londoners. Oh yeah, that makes sense. This is just like a Flintstone bus, pretty much. You have to use your feet to just drive them along. That saves on the pollution. You know what? Should actually be working at TfL. I'll suggest that to them. There's a way to cut down emissions. I don't think there's a faster way to be booted out of... I was going to say out of the room, but like at that point they'd think you're an absolute nut job. Does that connect up with? That does, and that works vaguely. Actually, I say vaguely. No, this definitely does work. It's just then this creates a little junction over here, which it's not too bad, but I would prefer there being signal. Because now these tunnels just act as massive sections without signals. Now this is really complicated, and since this is electrified, this isn't doing too bad, but what I shall do is also electrify this section up to London Bridge. The bit up to Bedford isn't going to happen just yet, but what we can then do is go through each individual train after East Croydon. Make it stop up at Three Bridges, then up East Croydon, East Croydon, and then to London Bridge. Autofill, and I feel like that should have gone to every single, and it has. It has gone to every single train. They now all have the same orders, going up to London Bridge, because they're shared orders. That train was sneaky and pulled in before and left before the other train. Very sneaky of it. I think this is the first train from the Brighton mainline that's come down to London. There we go. It's definitely the case of it would probably be worthwhile actually expanding the station. Oh, London doesn't like us anymore. Whoops. Nah, make the East and West Coast lines. That's the name of them, the West Coast lines. But they're being pushed by Londoners. They don't want to be in. Oh, they don't want to be in Luton all day. Couldn't think of a fate worse, honestly, than death. Being relegated to Luton. Bedford doesn't particularly like us, and they're also not growing. This is a bit of an issue, so what I shall do instead is a central Bedford station and a little bus station, so I can start feeding our railway. That's not connected to the road network. I'm a bit of a donut. Get a new vehicle. Get the Leopard bus, which can carry 4 more people. Nice. Go to Bedford. Go to Bedford. That's not confusing at all. Clone this. So there's 4 vehicles doing the local shuttle service. And with that being said, oh, there's a bit of a traffic lodge here in Medway. See, this is what I mean by these tunnels now act as massive signal block zones, where we can't really get any trains in. That's why I did want to get these out here. Get that like that, connected up over there. There's now another platform. I feel like there probably is a better way of doing this entire mess. But hey well, it doesn't really matter. But with that being said, I feel like this will be the fantastic point to end this part here. So I thank everyone for making it this far. If you're new here, do be sure to leave a like and subscribe for more. Make sure you subscribe with notifications turned on so you're notified every single time I go live, because I try to stream at least once every single week. Has been a bit of a ropey start, you know, but that's beside the point. I've also just noticed, I'm pretty certain the Abbey Wood shuttle came down to East Croydon, because I noticed there's a 2-car train in East Croydon when there shouldn't be one there. But anyway, this is the final. No, this is where I'll end this stream. Again, thank you for making it this far. If you made it this far, do be sure to leave a like, and I'll catch you in the next one. Have a